Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Hare Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol. Nitai Gaura Hari Bol. Hare Krishna. Welcome everyone to this wonderful Bhagavatam session on this auspicious appearance day of Sri Tungavidya Devi. We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 9, Text 10. Before reading, we'll go with the invocation prayers together. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudiraye nashtaprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya भगवतीरुत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैस्तुकी मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदिनतारिणं परमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्य ईश्वरं वाञ्छकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, the Status Quo, Chapter 9, Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy, text number 10. Ahny āpṛtārta-karaṇā niśi niḥśayānā. Ahny āpṛtārta-karaṇā niśi niḥśayānā. nānā-manoratha-dhiyā kṣaṇa-bhagna-nidrāḥ. nānā-manoratha-dhiyā kṣaṇa-bhagna-nidrāḥ. daivāhatārta-racanā ṛṣayo deva. daivāhatārta-racanā ṛṣayo deva. yuṣmat-prasaṅga-vimukhā iha saṁsaranti. yuṣmat-prasaṅga-vimukhā iha saṁsaranti. When there is a hyphen between words, you can't split it. That's why I am reading it together. In Sanskrit, when there is a hyphen in between words, you can't split it. You have to read it together. Ahny āpṛtārta-karaṇā niśi niḥśayānā. nānā-manoratha-dhiyā kṣaṇa-bhagna-nidrāḥ. daivāhatārta-racanā ṛṣayo deva. yuṣmat-prasaṅga-vimukhā iha saṁsaranti. ahny āpṛtārta-karaṇā niśi niḥśayānā. nānā-manoratha-dhiyā kṣaṇa-bhagna-nidrāḥ. daivāhatārta-racanā ṛṣayo deva. yuṣmat-prasaṅga-vimukhā iha saṁsaranti. ahny āpṛtārta-karaṇā niśi niḥśayānā. nānā-manoratha-dhiyā kṣaṇa-bhagna-nidrāḥ daivāhatārta-racanā ṛṣayo deva yuṣmat-prasaṅga-vimukhā saṁsaranti ahny āpṛtārta-karaṇā niśi niḥśayānā nānā-manoratha-dhiyā kṣaṇa-bhagna-nidrāḥ daivāhatārtha-racanā ṛṣayo deva yuṣmat-prasaṅga-vimukhā saṁsaranti. Vaishnavis. ahny āpṛtārta-karaṇā niśi niḥśayānā nānā-manoratha-dhiyā kṣaṇa-bhagna-nidrāḥ daivāhatārta-racanā ṛṣayo deva yuṣmat-prasaṅga-vimukhā saṁsaranti ahni during the daytime, āpṛta engaged, ārta distressing engagement, karaṇāḥ senses, niśi at night, niḥśayānāḥ insomnia, nānā various, manoratha mental speculations, dhiyā by intelligence, kṣaṇa constantly, bhagna broken, nidrāḥ sleep, daiva superhuman, āhata-artha frustrated, racanāḥ plans, ṛṣayaḥ great sages, api also, deva O my Lord, yuṣmat your lordships, prasaṅga topic, vimukhāḥ turned against, iha in this material world, saṁsaranti do rotate. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation: such non-devotees engage their senses in very troublesome and extensive work, and they suffer insomnia at night because their intelligence constantly breaks their sleep with various mental speculations. They are frustrated in all their various plans by supernatural power. Even great sages, if they are against your transcendental topics, must rotate in this material world. The purport is big, so I'll read the first paragraph alone. As described in the previous verse, people who have no taste for the devotional service of the Lord are occupied in material engagements. Most of them engage during the daytime in hard physical labor. Their senses are engaged very extensively in troublesome duties in the gigantic plants of heavy industrial enterprise. The owners of such factories are engaged in finding a market for their industrial products, and the laborers are engaged in extensive production involving huge mechanical arrangements. Factory is another name for hell. At night, hellishly engaged persons take advantage of wine and women to satisfy their tired senses. But they are not even able to have sound sleep because their various mental speculative plans constantly corrupt their sleep. Because they suffer from insomnia, sometimes they feel sleepy in the morning from lack of sufficient rest. By the arrangement of supernatural power, even the great scientists and thinkers of the world suffer frustration of their various plans and thus rot in the middle world, birth after birth. A great scientist may make discoveries in atomic energy for the quick destruction of the world and may be awarded the best prize in recognition of his service or disservice, but he also has to undergo the reactions of his work by rotating in the cycle of repeated births and deaths under the superhuman law of material nature. All these people who are against the principle of devotional service are destined to rotate in this material world without fail. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Ajnanandamirandasya Jnanam Jnanachalakaya Chacharun Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Tadati Swatantikam Vandeham Shri Gurun Shri Udapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamcha Shri Rupam Shakrajatam Sahagana Raghunathan Vitam Tam Sajivam Satvaidam Savadudam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakan Vitamcha He Krishna Karuna Sindho Dina Bandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubhyasha Kripa Sindhubhyevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Ashadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Shripadaya Krishna Krishna Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashatya Deshatarine Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Welcome once again for this Bhagavatam session today. We are reading from Canto 3, Status Quo, text number 10 of chapter 9, Brahma's Prayers for Creative Energy. We see that in this chapter, Brahma glorifies the Lord after many years of his penance. And in 1 to 5, he has been explaining about the Lord's form, about his beautiful original form. He is the origin of all forms, and how he is personal in his form, how he is auspicious, and how he is the dweller in all the devotees' hearts. And in 6 to 10, we see the predicament of the conditioned souls. Particularly in the last verse yesterday, beautifully Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu was explaining how one gets misidentified with the body and they are bounded because of the misidentification. And in this verse is particularly talking about frustration of one's plan. We see this even in Bhagavad Gita. Lord is telling to Arjuna in the first chapter in verse number 31-32, Prabhupada explains how one has frustration in their own plans. We all make plans, but our plans doesn't work all the time. Lord has his own plans. Always we have something, hey, I planned this, but it didn't happen this way. But later, we see that is for good. If I would have done that, oh my, I would have suffered. We all think that. So here we see that all the conditioned souls, they are against, they are particularly talking about non-devotees. People who are not attached to devotional service, who don't offer devotional service to the Lord. And what they are doing, they are occupied in material engagements. And when they are occupied, what happens? They are totally engrossed in their plans and they want to do it. We all see, we are never satisfied. I'm talking about people like me who are still trying to come into devotion. There are 3 types of devotees. I haven't even come to the level of Kanishta. So, but my Guru Maharaj is so merciful. He has given me Brahmanical initiation. And I've been preaching also for so many years. But what I do when I sit in the Vyasasana, it's not me speaking. It's my Guru and the Acharya speaking. Because I don't have brains. I don't have that much of knowledge. Knowledge is given by the Lord. Lord himself says in Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam. So what happens? Happens by the will of the Supreme. So we make plans. We do so many things. Even as devotees, we want money. Now latest in Mayapur group, people are looking, particularly women, they are all looking for service so that you get some money. Yes, money is required for your basic living. We're all here in Mayapur staying in the Dham, again by the mercy of the Acharyas and the Lordships. Staying in the Dham is not that easy. I used to tell to everybody, never in my dream I thought of living in Mayapur. Because my language, I used to say that time I was in the Middle East, I used to say, Bengali. I learnt Arabic because I was there in the Middle East. I started with the newspaper company there. I had to learn Arabic as such. So, it so happens that you learn languages wherever you are. Even in India, 2 years I had to be in Gujarat. The place I was in, all the boats are in Gujarat only. So I had to learn the language. And the speakers, they speak only in that language. They don't speak other language. You talk in English, they will see you up and down. They don't understand. Finish. So I had to learn the language of Gujarat. Now you ask me one word. I can learn the language. I still can read and write. But I forgot to speak. I can understand. I forgot to speak because 24 years now. I left Gujarat. Okay, so I forgot. Then I went to Middle East. I left Gujarat, went to Middle East. So I learned Arabic. Because I started with newspaper. So I learned Arabic. I just wanted to learn because the people there, again, the mandub, people, they give the writings is in Arabic. Without knowing, this fellow is telling the real or is a duplicate, how will you know? I have to read it. And I was in HR, all the more. You have to get visas for people, you need to know the language, or else the person who is giving you will cheat you. I learned reading. I don't know to speak fluently, but I know I can understand a bit because that fellow again speaks only in Arabic. He forces me to speak, but I don't speak. And I understand, he knows I understand. And I know it. We can't get cheated. But cheating, it's one of the propensities of human being. That is automatic, and cheating is propensity. So, here we see material engagement. Why we do all this? I have to excel in what I'm doing. I should be great. Even in devotion, that attitude, when you're entering into devotion, everybody should know me. Where this person is. But if you see the real devotion, there are great many devotees. They are so silent in their devotion. Srila Sanatana Goswami says, you should not reveal your guru, you should not reveal your japa beads, and whatever you are doing, you should keep it secret. Why? Why we have to keep everything gupt, secret? Devotion is transparent. Everybody should know. But we have in us, generally, we are in the stage of purification. So we have everything, all the bad qualities in us. We have the good qualities and the bad qualities. Everything is there. We are in the cleansing process. Cheto darpana marjanam. Shishashkam first verse. We are in the cleansing process of cleansing the mirror. And in the cleansing process, when you clean a dusty room, the dust is accumulated for years. Just imagine, when you clean, what happens? The dust starts coming into the air. The whole room becomes dusty. You have to smell the dust. It so happens. That happens with us also. We don't know, millions of years we have accumulated this misidentification with the body. And because of the misidentification, what we do? We engage in material engagements. We work like asses. In Bhagavad Gita already, the 7th chapter Prabhupada mentions this, fools. There are 4 types of people who don't surrender. Mudas, fools. They don't surrender. Ass, mudas are like asses. What asses? Why they are equated to ass? Ass because it knows the grass is there everywhere. It can eat it, no? But it will work. It will carry burden the whole day just to eat the grass. We also do that. Everything is provided by the Supreme. Aren't there animals living in the forest even today? In the name of civilization, we have made a circle for us. Do like this, like that. They get their food and shelter. Our primitive people, didn't they live? Didn't they get food and shelter? Were they working from morning to night like us? In every village in the night, you can see agriculture is the backbone of India. In the evenings, you can see they hear Ramayana and Mahabharata. There will be plays, dramas for people. They'll act. Today you ask Ramayana and Mahabharata to children, how many of them know? How many of you know? Mataji, don't ask questions. Prohibited. So we work like anything into material engagement. We misidentify ourselves. And there are factories. Prabhupada beautifully says, factory is another name for hell. In the 5th canto, we'll be coming to that. Only few hells are mentioned, not all hells are mentioned. Even for that, if you read that, oh my, all these are hells? We'll just wonder. I don't want to suffer in hell. We see simple example. If there is holiday, children are happy. Even people, Saturday, Sunday, holiday, wow. What I will do? I'll sleep till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'll get up and laze out. What is lazing out? Doing nothing. Eating, lying and rolling on the bed. Why? Because 5 days in the week, from morning to night, I'm working like hell. You don't know how much I'm suffering. Who caused their suffering? We are also Ishwaras. The Lord is Parameshwara, Supreme Ishwara. We have the minute independence. We are many Ishwaras. So we do anything and everything. We create our own happiness and distress because of what we want. We have seen this in and out again and again in the scriptures, saying this, that the living entity, Jiva, is suffering, particularly human being, is suffering only because of what they are. And night also you have to sleep. 8 hours. Prabhupada says 6 hours. Some body needs 8 hours. Maximum, that's it. Not sleeping in the daytime. You need that for the body. Or the body will sleep itself. My own example. I have a problem where I was not sleeping properly for years together because of the housework and whatnot. When I came into devotion, I was reading and misunderstanding again. Prabhupada used to sleep only 2 hours. And Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur sleeps only 2 hours. We can't equate ourselves with them again. We need that sleep. But it so happened that I was doing some service where I couldn't give proper sleep. And the result is what it all shows in the body. The body, it's a clock. It works with a universal clock. If you don't, it shows here. Examples given by Prabhupada. If you don't sleep in the night, what will happen? You see many of the people in the Bhagavatam sleep. Haha, nice. Once starts, automatically, Nidra Devi comes to me. Wow. You sit in Bhagavatam, you can sleep. It happens to many of us. But we are in devotional circle, and the next person says, Mataji, Prabhu, please get up, get up. When you chant, you sleep. It happens in chanting also, because what is happening is the body is relaxing. Everything, all the nerves are relaxing. Cleansing process relaxes. You're physically, you're psychologically and spiritually elevated, and this is relaxation happening. And we all keep saying, chanting is more than enough, do nothing. Just chanting, finish. It's true actually. Sound vibration, it fills the body. Sound has its impact. In my previous classes, I have told stories which happened really. Story means it's just katha. No, it happened actually. Incidents where the devotees, their bones even say the names of the Lord. Our own acharyas. You see the vibration. Just example, how will I feel it? Vibration. Go to Srila Prabhupada's room, where he stays. Anywhere, he has gone to different places all over the world. Go into the room. Just feel the vibration. Wow. You can really feel it. Why people come to temple? It relaxes. Why people come to pilgrimage? It relaxes. You get the energy, your spiritual battery. There is a battery. Spiritual battery gets enhanced. The whole year you can go and do what you are doing, wherever you are. So, we see here that people work like asses. They don't get sleep, because even in sleep, they make plans. And that's why insomnia means no sleep. They're frustrated. And what happens because of that? We can see all these people, they rotate in this material world. Prabhupada is giving example of scientist also. He's making atomic bomb. One bomb, finish. Is he happy? No. He has to make, shine punye matya loko mishanti. We say in Bhagavad Gita. Up to down, in this 14 planetary systems, you have to roll down, up and down, in this birth cycle, birth and death cycle. And particularly here, he is also mentioning the sages, who, not all sages, who are averse to the principle of devotion. Even they have to come into the material existence. Hey, come on, the stages go till Brahma Jyoti. Even in Brahma Jyoti, you don't stay. Brahma Jyoti is the effulgence of the Lord. And even going there, there is no service there. You fall down into this material world. So, we can see that there cannot be anything without the principle of devotional service. And Sri Prabhupada also gives reference that people who are falsely under the impression of being liberated without devotional service to the Lord may reach the goal of Brahma Jyoti, but because of their impure consciousness and for want of shelter in the Vaikuntha Lokas, such so-called liberated persons again fall down into material existence. So without becoming a pure devotee of the Lord, without taking the shelter of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord and Gurudev, you can't go back. It's very clear. If you don't take shelter of a spiritual master is a connection to Godhead. You can't go back home, back to Godhead. And Prabhupada here very clearly mentions, even if you go to Brahma Jyoti, even the so-called impersonalists, they have to fall down. Therefore, what we have to do? We have to follow the principles of religion. And what are the principles of religion? Again, Srila Prabhupada gives reference to 6th canto, 3rd chapter, verse number 19. Prabhupada keeps giving this reference again and again. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. The laws, the principles are initiated by the Lord Himself. We can't follow anything mundane, whatever you like. No, no. It is already established by the Supreme. You have to follow that. Even great sages and demigods are unauthorized to inaugurate such principles. What to speak of others, like mystics, demons, human beings, vidyadharas, charanas. Srila Prabhupada says. Gives a reference from 6th canto, 3rd chapter, 19 to 21. He's talking about the 12 Mahajanas. Brahma, Narada, Shiva, Kumara, Kapila, Manu, Prahlad Maharaj, Janak Maharaj, Bhishma, Bali, Sukadev, Goswami and Yamaraj are agents of the Lord authorized to speak and propagate the principles of religion. So we follow the parampara system. We follow the parampara system from Lord Brahma. That's why we are Brahma Gaudiya Vaishnavas. We are in the Brahma Sampradaya. So the principles are not open to everybody. We have to bring to morality. We have to be in morality, and we follow the 4 regulative principles established by the Acharyas. The 4 pillars are austerity, truthfulness, mercy and cleanliness. Based on that, we follow the 4 principles. No meat eating, no gambling, no illicit sex and no intoxication. It's based on the 4 pillars, 4 principles. And Srila Prabhupada also quotes from Ishopanishad. He says, Andam tamah pravishanti. A person in ignorance of the principles of religion, who therefore does nothing in the matter of religion, is far better than a person who misguides others in the name of religion, without reference to the factual religious principles of devotional service. Such so-called leaders of religion are sure to be condemned by Brahma and other great authorities. So, there are people who have their own religion. And now there are the latest movies coming with fiction, talking about Kalki avatar. If you don't read the scriptures, you will be misguided. So we need to be careful. We have to follow the footsteps of Acharyas. We have to follow the disciplic succession, the parampara. Follow the instructions of Guru. Hold him tightly. And as I keep saying every class, when you hold, we're all connected to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada says, not to the front door, I'll take you through the back door at least. So we will go to back home, back to Godhead this lifetime. Why to worry? What you have to do? Simple. Beautiful standards Prabhupada is given from morning to night. What you have to do, the sadhana process is given. Everything, what Rupa Goswami wanted, all that is there. Here Srimad Bhagavatam, associate with devotees, chant the holy name, living in the dham, coming to the temple, doing deity worship, is living in the dham, and everything happens, all the 5 important angas. We do it. I'm impure. You keep cleansing a dirty basket. What happens? In course of time, it gets cleaned. It takes time because it's unclean. You have to keep cleaning, and in course of time, it gets cleansed. We are also the same. We are unclean, impurified with various things. Get cleansed. How? Just by performing devotional service. Devotional service attracts the Supreme Lord Himself. And the topmost devotee is Srimati Radharani. That's why we see Lord Himself came as Mahaprabhu. And the Ashtashakis are the prime. You see the Ashtashakis in the altar. They are prime. There are millions of gopis. Out of millions of gopis, All these 8 gopis are prime. And topmost is Srimati Radha. And what they do? They serve Radha and Krishna. They do devotional service. We are in a golden yuga where Mahaprabhu comes. The Yoga avatar comes in many yugas. We see that. Always there is Yoga avatar. Yoga avatar comes. But we are in golden yuga because not the holy name chanting is given in all yugas like this. The holy name is not given in all yugas like this. So we are in a golden yuga where Mahaprabhu came, even Krishna came. It happens only once in a day of Brahma. Srila Prabhupada says to all of us, utilize it, go back. So strictly holding and following the principles of the acharyas, we are sure to go back. And today is Sri Tungavidya's birthday, appearance day. We see that she is the 5th. First is Radharani. Then comes Lalita Sakhi. Then comes Vishaka Sakhi. Then comes, am I right? Srimati Radharani. Then comes Lalita Sakhi. Then comes Vishaka Sakhi. Then comes, who is there next to Lalita Sakhi? In the altar, we have Lalita Sakhi, then we have Champakalata. So it is this order. The side where Krishna is there, because see, Krishna has his own gopis, Radharani has her own set of gopis. Okay? So we have Lalita, Vishaka, who are very dear to Radha and Krishna, who support Radha and Krishna. Vishaka was born the same day as Radharani. So here we see that Tungavidya Devi is 5th. She is 5th. We don't count with Srimati Radharani because she stopped out of the 8. So we go with Lalita. We go with Lalita, Vishaka, Champakalata. After Champakalata, who is there? Chitra Sakhi is there. You can see from here, from the left, the first is Tungavidya. Next to her is Chitra. Next to her is Champakalata. Next to her is Lalita. So it comes in the order like that. So Lalita, Vishaka, then, no, don't confuse. Next is Champakalata, Chitra, 5th is Tungavidya. And 6th is this side. After Vishaka, who is there? Indulekha is there. So 6th is Indulekha. 7th is Rangadevi and then Sudevi. They both are twins, born on the same day. But in order, Rangadevi, Sudevi. So 8 gopis. It goes like that. So we celebrate all the 8 gopis' birthdays. Tungavidya birthdays, she is 15 days. Born before Srimati Radharani, 14 years old. And she came in Gaur Leela as Vakreshwar Pandit. Vakreshwar Pandit sings and dances. And in Chaitanya Charitamrita Adi Leela, 10th chapter, verse number 17, it's mentioned by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. He says, Prabhupada says that he dances in ecstasy, not normal dancing, in ecstasy for 72 hours. Means 3 days, non-stop he can dance. Non-stop, 3 days he can dance. And you can see in Chaitanya Charitamrita, in the books, explained where Vakreshwar Pandit sings and dances. And in Rath Yatra, he is one of the, not only the Rath Yatra, in Sankirtan, he is there in singing and dancing. Shri Vakreshwar Pandit does that. In Gaura Gannodesha Deepika, he is mentioned as Aniruddha, one of the Chaturvyuga incarnations, verse number 71. But he is Tungavidya, he has 2 disciples prime, who is Gopal Guru and Dhyanachand. Dhyanachand in his book has very clearly mentioned that Vakreshwar Pandit is none other than Tungavidya. She also plays musical instruments. And she applies sandalwood and camphor on her body. So, we have to follow the footsteps of the acharyas. Here we see. Otherwise, what happens? Very clearly it is mentioned that the life becomes troublesome. One suffers from insomnia. There is frustration in the plans of one makes. Even sages who are against the transcendental topics, they have to rotate in this material world. So what we have to do? We have to just follow the footsteps of the acharyas, perform devotional service, do our sadhana, and automatically, one fine day, we'll surely get the tinge of bhakti. At least one moment, you become a pure devotee before going back to Godhead, how it is. Just one moment. Prabhupada says it takes a moment to become a devotee. And he also says it takes lifetime to become a devotee. So it's our choice. How to go about? As Srila Rupa Goswami has mentioned in Nectar of Instruction, Utsaha, Niśyā, Dhairya, be enthusiastic, patient. Srila Prabhupada himself gives this example. I single-handedly started this organization. He was patient. And now ISKCON is all over the world. So, we have to be patient and we have to have the confidence. Just he himself gives the example of the sparrow and Garuda. In Bhagavad Gita, 6th chapter, in verse number 24, he gives the example. How the sparrow wanted to dry the ocean. Garuda came and saw, oh, you lost your egg, when you will empty the ocean? Garuda said, hey ocean, give back or else I will empty you. So, if you help yourself, God will help you. If you don't help yourself, God will not. So we have to start with us. Start loving yourself, start having faith that yes, I will become a devotee one fine day. Great souls, forgive me. You all are here to bless us. We want to follow your footsteps and become a devotee one fine day. So there are great souls in our movement who are already pure. There are great many examples again to show us that yes, you can become a pure devotee. And in this material world itself, you can start serving. Out of birth and death, you can become. Dhruva Maharaj's story, incident in Bhagavatam is to show, he went with this material body, he crossed death and went. So all that is for us, to motivate us to go back home, not get frustrated by making our own plans, follow the plans of the Supreme. So with this I end my speech. Forgive me if there is anything which I tried to convey and it didn't come out properly. I give all the good to the lotus feet of the spiritual master, and whatever is bad is with me. So if there are any questions or comments, please feel free. Okay? Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you for the wonderful lecture. What is the effective way to become a pure devotee?
Come again?
What is the effective way as a sadhaka to become a pure devotee?
Effective way to become a pure devotee. Srila Prabhupada wanted us, and all the gurus insist us, to read the Shastras, starting from Bhakti Shastra. You are already a student. You finished Bhakti Shastri, right? No, you haven't? Please start then. The effective way is, Srila Rupa Goswami Prabhupada says, nectar of devotion, nectar of instruction. Even a normal person, how they can become a pure devotee? He gives instructions. Anybody can become a pure devotee by following all that. That's why I quoted the first verse of nectar of, sorry, not the first verse. The first verse is how everybody can become a guru. The second and the third verse talks about favorable and unfavorable to devotional service. So, utsaha niścaya dhairyat, you have to follow the acharyas, and Srila Prabhupada has set up standards. You have to follow the instructions sincerely, dedicatedly, determinedly. I am a tortoise, don't worry, tortoise reached its destination, but the hare didn't. It thought, I'm fast, I can take a nap. So, slowly and steadily, we can win the race. We have to be sincere, determined, and we'll surely win by the mercy of the devotees and the acharyas, and Srila Guru and Gauram.
Confident of our devotion service.
Yes,
And
it so happens.
especially that patience is very difficult to. Sometimes we feel very depressed that, is that possible that I can chant nicely? I can do my devotional service.
Prabhu, your name? Madhav Prabhu, I am coming and hitting you. How you will feel? Painful. How much time is the pain going to be there?
What about punches? If you
Depending on the punch.
depending.
It's going to be there for some time. But the pain is there, but the feeling of the pain is going to be there. If I'm going to hit you in front of a crowd, it's going to be there for long. Or this person punched me in front of everybody. How bad is that? It all depends on our reciprocation. How we are going to fill our basket. Our mind is a basket. What you are going to fill it up with is the question. Bhakti-tirtha Maharaj says that if you fill it up with good things, you will give good things. Today's highlight, Prabhupada's verse is that empty vessels make lot of sound. Empty vessels, if you put all empty vessels together, it gives lot of sound. But a filled vessel, will it give sound? No. Srila Prabhupada says, don't get agitated. He's telling us, all of us, don't get agitated by others. In the process of devotion, it happens. We get agitated. So, how we get agitated? In many ways, like this. I was talking about punching. It's not literally punching, even by words. Words give more harm than literal punching. It hurts you more. How you take it? I am Madhav. If you are shouting at me, I am hurt. But we are learning the art of dying here, not art of living. Prabhupada says, we are all not body, we are all souls. Somebody shouts at you and says something to you. Why do you take it to heart? I was practicing this myself, that's why I am strongly saying. Somebody shouts at you, if you put the ball on the wall, it will bounce back. Why? I'm not accepting it. The wall is not accepting it. That's why it's bouncing back. Same goes with us. You don't accept it, it bounces back. There are true incidents where Lord Buddha was walking, and in a village they were all throwing all trash on him. Buddha was just smiling. He never reciprocated back. And the disciples were astonished. What is that? How is that possible? And he said, it's not on me, it's something, they are doing what they are doing. Good and bad, honor and dishonor. The principle given by Mahaprabhu, Trinadapi Sunichena Tarorivesahishnuna. So, be tolerant. Don't worry. Don't take it. That comes by practice. When you hit on something, you call out many things, but you start calling out the names of the Lord. That comes by practice. In the beginning itself, you don't call out the names of the Lord. That comes by practice. In times of difficulty, you call out the names of the Lord. That's why Bhagavatam, the beautiful verse, where how does the devotee see unhappiness? When there is, again it is given that they take it as the mercy of the Lord. Something big has to happen. Something small is given. Be happy with it. So it's how we take it. Fill yourself with good things so that you can, if you put more, keep pouring water, the water will fill and start flowing to others in a vessel. It's like that. Start filling us with good things, it will go on. So how we reciprocate is how we see, how we take it. Does that answer? Thanks for the wonderful question. With this, we end this session. Srimad Bhagavatam Granth Raj ki jai, Shri Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Gurudev ki jai, Ant Kori Vaishnavrinda ki jai, in the Gaura Premanandi.